Welcome you to a new makeup tutorial day. My name is Jeanette. I am a professional makeup artist. All my videos, friends, are filmed 70% of natural light with a 30% of artificial light. Let me show you. That is increasing the 30% of artificial light just for the purpose of the image. I'm going to jump to the fact. Have you ever asked why my makeup look is not looking, as I can see people on the social media, then they look very glowy, very sultry, very glossy. Maybe you are skipping steps. So my last video, I spoke about the importance of the skin prep before even thinking to apply any makeup on your face. You should be applying, my friend, a luminous product in your face. This is imperative. So this is going to give you, because many of these products also had a blurring effect. It's going to even your skin and as giving you, a natural luminosity. Whatever is your preference, use a illuminator. I have the Forever Glow Star Filter. I have the Natasha Nona, is the Hygiene Hydrating, Brightening and Moisturizing Serum. And I do have, many of you know, my stunning Charlotte Tilbury, which is the pioneer of all of this product, Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm going to use this one today, and I'm using the 01 Pale. Think about the benefit this product can produce. Can you see that? This is not giving you an oily finish, my friends. This is just giving you luminosity. Luminosity is, the result of health, a healthy skin. I'm going to forward this part, okay? Look the luminosity and the glowing effect my face have. Doesn't look same as a few minutes ago. It's very natural. It's very kind. It's very, very pretty. Doesn't have a metallic finish. You touch the skin, friends, it's not even sticky. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury because it's the most popular. When you have this kind of product, luminous, starting product on your face, you're not going to apply a matte or a high coverage foundation. Makeup is, to help you enhance your beauty, not to mask, your face in product and to recreate again, shadow, light, and all those kind of steps that many people do. I haven't wear this foundation in a while and I'm checking it. We are going to be speaking about CLE DE PEAU. CLE DE PEAU is a radiant fluid foundation. It is natural light medium 020, light medium ochre. This foundation is not heavy. I'm going to start applying. It's in between liquid, in between cream. Brush. I use the 101 from Big A Beauty. So I'm going to proceed and apply the foundation on this side. Observe the initial glow. I won't kill that beautiful glowy effect with a heavy foundation. This foundation is super, super light. It's going to provide you the good enough coverage, but it's not going to mask your face. Beautiful foundation, friends. Speaking about this topic, then I think it is in the interest of all of us, and I will tell you if this specific foundation have a blurring effect as well, okay? And look how gorgeous this foundation performs. I have the compact, and this one that is a fluid is a radiant fluid foundation with a natural finish, and I'm using the 020 right light medium ochre. I couldn't be more excited, friends, about this shade, specifically this. So look at this, friends. With this kind of foundation, I don't have to wear powders. If I'm going to wear powders, friends, it's going to be on the eye areas where coming to our eyes. If I use primers, okay, because of the finish, if happen you don't have dark circle or redness, unevenness on your upper lid or lower lid, as it is my case, you have to correct those imperfections. So for the purpose, I'm going to apply tone 4. It's a 1CO silk. It is a cool tone shade, more peachy, to conceal the problem that I have on my dark circle, okay? So I'm going to proceed and I'm going to diffuse this product using Pat McGrath, the concealer brush. I use concealer for my correction, okay? I don't use color corrector because I don't like how that feels on my eyes. Too heavy. So I'm going to let it set for a few seconds before I come with a shade that is going to serve for the purpose of illumination. If from tone 4, shade and illuminate, I'm going to be listing, my friend, all of the product I'm going to be using for the purpose of this makeup tutorial. So this is more or less what I have. I'm going to let it set for a few seconds and I will be back with the step of the powders. I did apply on this eye of camera. This is an Evolution powder, priming, smoothing and setting powder. This powder is very heavy, okay? Even though I did apply a tiny little bit of this, I feel the eye super extremely heavy. Okay. I really want to go with Gucci powder, the Beauté Matte Natural 01. So I'm going to apply a tiny little bit like this. So we're speaking about powders and powders, friends, okay? So you can make a comparison about how fine and thin the powder from Gucci it is, comparing that this one left me a white cast. And it looked heavy. Wow, what a difference. So this is Gucci. I love my Gucci, friends. It's a beautiful alternative. Makeup Forever, microparticles. It's many others, friends, I could recommend, but we're talking about just 2 products today. And I'm making this example for you to understand how a product can behave. And let me show you, even though I prefer Fenty Beauty, this gorgeousness, friends, with a luminous lavender finish, beautiful. And let me give you a little demo. Since I didn't apply anything here, I'm going to apply my Fenty Beauty powder on this area, okay? Since this channel, it is educative, friends, I want for you to understand, you know, the function that each powder have. Produce luminosity. Wow, how I love this powder, friends. It doesn't take away the glow, but oh my, look how this eye look in comparison with other Gucci powder, DANESSA MYRICKS powder. And today we're going to be all creative, friends. I want to do something ballerina or not ballerina look. We will see. Powder versus liquid product. I'm picking for today Giorgio Armani, the Luminous Silk Glow Bronzer. And I'm speaking about Gucci 02, if I don't mistake, yes, either 02, a powder of Beauté or ECLAT SOLEIL. I really want to make a little talk or chat regarding what is the myth, what is the right thing to do, or what is the perfect thing to do. Makeup is all about preferences. If you are somebody, friends, you are barely learning. Some people says always apply, your cream product or liquid product and then proceed to powder product. Well, I think the opposite. I think we should proceed in always with powder first. Because you are applying, okay, your cream product first and then powder, then powder, is dry, is more dehydrated, you run the risk of altering, the cream product you have underneath. So that is a big chance, friends. So for that reason, I highly recommend that you go always first with your powder product. If you are more advanced, if you know what you are doing, friends, that is not a problem. You can go and layer the product as it is your preference, okay? I'm just teaching, right, what is the most safe way to go. Really hope you are honestly enjoying this makeup tutorial, my friends, because I'm saying makeup is all about preferences. Okay. So on this side, I'm going to start applying this gorgeous product, and I'm picking for the shade 100. Since I'm a little bit tan, do what I'm doing, 2 drops. I'm not using contour today, but I'm using the luminous silk. Oh my, I'm never going to stop loving this product, friends. Oh my, it diffuses like an airbrush product. That is the only thing I can tell you. Since this product dries really quick, you need to apply the product quick, okay? The way that this product blends, friends, oh my, friends. I'm going to proceed and apply Gucci. And I'm applying the 02 about this stunning shade. I am a true light. I would like to say that diffusing the color are pretty alike. So I start all over again here. Pay attention, now I'm applying powder. Gucci and Valentino, they have the best formulas. Okay, and I'm referring to the powders, blushes, and more. Even I would like to say that this one is more natural. Have a gorgeous, stunning, natural finish. Look, and I'm passing the brush twice. This one doesn't leave any trace, as this one had a very airbrushing effect, okay? Luminous Silk from Giorgio Armani, shade 100, and I use for today shade 02 from Gucci. Both product, friends, are just stunning. This is liquid form and this is powder form. So I'm going to continue with Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, the Cheek Tint Set Matte. So 1, 2, and I put it there, friends. And now when I am smiling, because a lot of people are being instructed, when you smile, this is your apple of your cheeks. No, friends, because when you relax your face, this is going to relax and drag it down. The real apple of your cheeks are here, okay? begin here. So I'm not going to move the product really much from where I deposit all of this. Only two dots, only two, friends. This is applying liquid product. The Cheek Tint 62. Add a stunning way, friends, of this product to diffuse on your face. Wow. This is what come to my mind. They are more close in shade. I'm going with nude lavalier is this one. Ooh, look at this. So I move to this side so you can see the performance. Again, friends, the most of the time you are going to see me starting the first stamp on the high point of my cheek. Because for me, that make it easy, you know, to start moving slowly the product over here. So now I'm starting moving with this product from YSL. You really need to start very, very slowly, okay? One time dabbing my brush on the product and look at the pigmentation, friends. So from there, I keep just moving the product, you know, up and down, but not passing this area in which I don't want any kind of blush because I want an uplifting effect. So this should be the correct way in which you apply your blush, friends. So we're speaking, these have more pearls from YSL. Is luminous. We have another one that are more matte, but this nude lavalier is luminous. This is completely matte. Remember the illuminators, Gucci Lunch, and this is the pink, the 04 opal pink. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going in an oval shape like this. Oval. Wow. And I'm going to apply it in a little bit here where the light normally is going to hit us, okay? I know you can see the light reflecting on this area. Is super beautiful, friends. See? This is perfectly smooth. I don't have any unevenness. So this, friends, it is the final result. I appreciate, I hope you understand some principles on the application of your product, friends. Just understand it's not a specific formulation in which you're going to apply your product. It's going to be what is your preference, what suits you better, okay? How your skin is going to react, how the product is going to perform, the quality of the product you are going to apply. It had a lot of things to do, but I don't want to make it very complicated. This is the most easy way. So you had a really very natural way. I love it, I love it, I love it. Working with 70% of natural light and 30% of artificial light, friends. So thank you very much for staying until this point with me. So stay tuned for the coming segment in which I'm going to do a very creative makeup look. Hello, my friends. I'm here with one eye done. I really hope you understand the concept of this makeup look. This is easy to create, just require a little bit of creativity, but it's very easy to be done. As I'm going to proceed with something slightly bit more elaborated. For example, take the rhinestones. You can perfectly go out with a makeup look like this. I'm playing with two palettes that I'm more than sure you have at home. One is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's Beauty Bears palette. Okay, Beauty Bears palette. I'm in love with this palette, friend, for the colors, for the shade, color story. I simply love it. And I'm using Sugar from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to be using a third palette, okay? Just because I need one shade to give depth to this look. And I'm using Mothership 11. So from this palette, I'm going to be taking this shade here. It's totally matte, super light on the palette. Look how much dimension you can get with this beauty. Friends, I encourage you again, when you apply the product, the best way to grab your utensils in this way, your brushes, is grabbing them from its tips, because if you do it from here, friends, you are going to put a lot of, you know, of a strength from your hand. Oh my God, I cannot even do that. So grabbing them from the tail is going to provide a more feather-like application. So I'm going to bring this shade all the way over here. And from here, I'm pushing the color outwards. Extremely pigmented, extremely saturated, as only Pat McGrath can create. I know Pat McGrath is not everybody's cup of tea. I start mapping first my eye with this shade, with this dumb brush, this Da Vinci, and I'm going to grab from Sugar, Anastasia Beverly Hills, this pale pink, baby pink over here. Okay, be careful, because as we all know, all the products from Anastasia Beverly Hills are super powdery. So make sure you are going to be checking your brushes before, okay? So that is mainly to prevent, my loves, a lot of fallout. So this color help me to give some luminosity on the brow bone, as it help, you know, to transition in the shade that I'm working on the bottom. So I'm going to apply it and a little bit of this here. So I keep saturating on the, just on the outer. As you see, I go with Patty Motion, friends. More like a baby pink from Beauty Bears, from Charlotte Tilbury. Let me tell you, even though that the palette is have some month of existence, but I think the palette is very pretty. So transitioning here, the color is very beautiful. This shade is helping me to produce more light on this area. It's beautiful, friends. Very pretty shade. The palette is so mesmerizing, my friends. The three of them, not only one. The magic come. I want to show you, friends. Do you see this tiny? It's the most of the tiny brushes you can probably see. I need it for precision, okay? So now, very close to my lash line, the bottom one, I'm going to grab into this shade from Pat McGrath. What I'm going to do, all along. And with a baby pink, I use it, you know, to diffuse and clean the bottom, okay? So now, since here, same thing I did over here. The pink is overlapping the black on top, okay? So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So now, I will show you in a second what I'm applying. I'm applying this shimmery metallic shade from the palette Sugar, which is the one in the right middle over there, okay? This one. As you can see, it's super shimmery. Applying this shade from Pat McGrath palette, this one. I'm coming on top, softening slightly bit that shimmery shade, friends. This product doesn't produce any type of fallout. I'm making a transition. Same thing I did on this other eye. With this shimmer shade here. This one. Oh my, look at this shade. I'm going to apply the Hourglass 1.5 millimeters in Obsidian on my upper waterline. From Dior Cold Gel Pencil, I'm going to apply this product on my lower waterline. So the eye is more or less done, and I'm going to proceed and apply my Tone 4, the liquid liner. It comes the time of the application of my eyelash. It seems it is in place. Now with the Lash Clash, look at this, the statement that the eye gets by applying, you know, the eyelash is just stunning. These specific eyelashes, friends, are from High Lash Darling. Mesmerize. Mesmerize. I'm going to proceed with the application of the rhinestones. Same order as I did apply on this eye. One on the inner rhinestones. So on the right middle, I will proceed with the crystalline. It's so beautiful, friends. Very pretty, actually. I really hope, my friend, that you enjoy very much what I have to offer this morning. You have this palette, friend. Look at this. It's a ballerina makeup look. We're playing basically with pinks. These beauty bears from Tilbury and this palette Sugar. I cannot have enough from them. So what proceeds now, friends? It is, I'm going to lip line my lips. Use whatever walnut, because with this shade, friends, you know, I can just structure the lips. So everybody have different taste. I invite you to kindly play with whatever you have at home. This is from YSL Love Shine Plumper. And the shade is the number 2. Lucky Moonstone. Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. So let us apply it in a little bit of this and we're done. I feel actually like a doll. I think so. This makeup look is so beautiful. If you remove the rhinestones, you can have a perfect daily go makeup look. So use the idea, friends, to do something new, to innovate, to recreate, to create. And I would love to say goodbye for today. Look at my lips, friends. They're getting plump. So thank you so much for staying with me until this very point. Thank you so much, friend, for supporting me. See you soon.